Hello children, welcome to your maths period. As we have finished lesson number 4 fractions, now we'll move on to a new lesson number 5, that is decimals. You all will be familiar about this topic, isn't it? In the previous year you might have learned what are decimals. So we'll do a warm up. You have to answer the given questions. Represent the following decimals pictorially. For this, here the number 3.5. This point is known as decimals, isn't it? So you have to represent this decimal pictorially. 3 means the number which is, or the digit which is before decimal, it is a whole number. So all these boxes you have to color it. 1, 2 and 3. 0.5 means only 5 part of this box has to be color. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This whole has to be color. So I'll just shade so that you can understand. This is 1 part. This is 2 part. This is 3. And 0.5 means only 5 boxes of this given part. That will be 3.5. And 0.9 means you have to shade only 9 boxes of this given part. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, this way you have to do. Now write in words the following decimal numbers. You know how to write. This is 3.06 and this is 2.573. We won't say 573 because after decimal, how do we read these numbers? 573, 2.573, and this is 15.90. We won't say 15.90. We have to say 15.90. This you have to write in words. You all know the spellings. Now this is write the expanded form of the following decimals. How will you expand? This is 2.05, which I will show you how to do. See. How will you expand 2.05? This is the whole number and this is the fractional part. 0.5 is the fractional part. So 2 plus 0 is in the 10th place and 5 is in the 100th place. Okay. So 0 upon 10 plus 5 upon 100. You can directly write 2 plus 5 upon 100 because 0 has no value. So you can skip this. But for your understanding, I am explaining you. Okay. Now the next number is 3.7. So 3 plus, in place of decimal we have to add plus, and 7 is in the 10th place, so upon 10. Okay. This way you have to do. One more sum I will show you. 12.73. The third number. See this one. So 12 means how will you expand? 10 plus 2 is 12, isn't it? Plus 7 is in the 10th place and 3 is in the 100th place. This way you have to write. And this D, 185.705. 185.705. How will you write this? This is in the 10th place, 100th place and 1000th place. So 100 plus 80 plus 5 plus 7 upon 10 plus 0 upon 100 plus 5 is in the thousands place. So we'll write 1000, 5 upon 1000. This is the way of writing in expanded form. Now what all things we are going to learn in this lesson is, look ahead. Introduction to decimals, that is tenths, hundreds and thousands, as I have explained you just now. Reading and writing decimals, expanded form of decimals, place value, converting fractions to decimals and vice versa, like and unlike decimals, converting unlike decimals to like decimals, equivalent decimals, comparing and ordering decimals, addition and subtraction of decimals, multiplication and division of decimals, multiplying and dividing decimals by 10, 100 and 1000, and then we'll do the word problems. Now we'll move on to the next page, that is page number 110. Way ahead, Manjeet, Do you know that we can also apply the 4 operations on decimals? Really? Can you please explain it to me? Let us first recall what you have learned in your previous class, Manjeet. Then we will move to the 4 operations. Now, representation of a decimal. A decimal number has a whole number and a fractional part separated by a decimal separator denoted by a decimal point or dot. So the whole number is always to the left of the decimal point and the fractional part is always to the right of the decimal point. For example, you can see here 25.42, 8.97 and 4.5 are all decimal numbers. So this is 34.712. One more example. The dot which is here, you can see it is a decimal point. And this is the whole number. It is always to the left of the decimal. This is the left side. So this is the whole number which is to the left. And the fractional part which comes after the decimal point, that is 712. It is on the right side. Okay. Right side of the decimal. This much you have understood. Now money is expressed in terms of decimals and not as fractions. In a decimal number, place value of each digit decreases 10 times. Okay, as we move from left to right by 1 place. Here in a decimal number, the place value of each digit decreases 10 times as we move from left to right. This is left and this is right, this way, by 1 place. After the decimal point, the numbers are at the tenths, hundreds and thousands place as shown in the table. See, this is the table which you need to by heart or which you need to understand it thoroughly. Here you can see 10 thousands. These are whole numbers and these are fractional part. This chart has been divided into 2 parts, whole number and fractional part. And in the middle is the decimal point. Here this is 10,000, 1,000, 100, 10 and 1. So how do we do the reading before this decimal? We say ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, isn't it? And after decimal, how will we read? Tenths, hundreds and thousands. So we'll write 1 upon 10, 1 upon 100 and 1 upon 1000. Okay. Now this part I'll continue it in the next video. So students, please go through this concept of decimals. Thank you.